set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Dak going to start out going to the air. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Sanders. Looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott drops it to Blue. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Looks to his running back, and he's got him. It's Miles Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Cowboys. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 27-yard line. Prescott down. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Throw left side, hauled in by and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Aubrey good with the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
This one up to the 26. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Jordan Stout. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Powering his way forward. Down the sideline he goes. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown. Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. 68 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, with risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important, because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, here we go. I take forward in.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to get some points on the board.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down at 7. To throw is Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard 30-yard line. It's a sack.
An 8-yard loss.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep, and it rush comes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for two. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And it's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down to the 32. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on second down coming up. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. They start on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
From the gun, Jackson. He will go down. A Cowboys sack. Solomon Thomas coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's different for baseball. We call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 30 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened them up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a look
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
Cowboys 28, Ravens 18.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 20.